wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anyone you'd like to hear will come to you.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh, hey there! It's me, Taya. Now we can explore some characters from Finding Dory. We start with Hank. Hank is an octopus. Well, actually, he's a septopus. He lost a tentacle along with his sense of humor, somewhere along the way. An accomplished escape artist with an uncanny ability to camouflage himself, Hank is the first to greet Dory when she arrives at the Marine Life Institute. But make no mistake, Hank isn't looking for a friend. He's looking for a ride on the transport truck to Cleveland, where he can live out a life of peaceful solitude. But in order to get on the truck, Hank needs the tag the scientist gave Dory. Sarcastic and grumpy as Hank may be, he isn't without a heart. In fact, he has 3 of them. And that means Hank can't help caring for Dory. He even risks his own freedom to help her find her parents.
Did you know that?
Hank's tentacles were designed separately from his body. When the animators tried to attach them, only 7 fit. Later on, they decided to work the affliction into the script. And Hank has 50 suckers per tentacle, for a total of 350 suckers. Meet Fluke and Rudder. Fluke and Rudder are a pair of lazy sea lions who were rehabilitated and released from the Marine Life Institute. Now they spend their days sleeping on a warm rock just outside the institute. They usually can't be bothered to move from their comfortable spot. The only thing that annoys them more than having their naps interrupted is dealing with that irritating sea lion, Gerald. Speaking of which, here's Gerald himself. Gerald is an offbeat sea lion who carries a green pail in his mouth. He's the runt of the litter. All he wants is his own place on Fluke and Rudder's rock, a goal he achieves, if only for a minute. Meet Charlie. Charlie likes to joke around, but nothing is more important to him than teaching his memory-challenged daughter how to survive. He loves his little kelp cake and would do anything for her. In fact, Charlie seems to know something about memory loss. He tends to be a bit forgetful himself, often needing to be reminded of things and having his sentences finished by his wife. And here's his wife, Jenny. On the surface, Jenny appears flighty and cheerful, but at her core, she's formidable. She dispenses the wisdom that will come to both define and protect her daughter. Although a bit worrisome, Jenny is careful to keep a smile on her face for the sake of her family. She makes a point of praising her daughter and playing along with her husband's jokes. Jenny has often told Dory she's fond of purple shells. This is one memory that sticks with Dory and ultimately helps her reunite with her family. This is Destiny. Destiny is the Marine Life Institute's rescued whale shark. As a youngster, Destiny communicated, in whale of course, with baby Dory through the Institute's pipes. But when their communication suddenly stopped, she was convinced she'd never see her friend again. When a blue tang named Dory drops into Destiny's pool one day, Destiny is overjoyed to discover that her long-lost pipe pal has returned. Destiny isn't a very confident swimmer, as her poor eyesight makes navigating a bit challenging. But thanks to Dory and her neighbor Bailey, Destiny overcomes her fears and gains the confidence she needs to return to the ocean. Although Destiny can speak whale, she isn't one. A whale shark is actually a kind of shark.
Now you know.
Now say hello to Bailey. Bailey, the Marine Life Institute's rescued beluga whale, was brought into the institute with a head injury. Convinced that his echolocation abilities were damaged in the incident, Bailey refuses to exercise his natural talent even though the doctors agree there is nothing wrong with him. He spends his days in never-ending arguments with Destiny, his whale shark neighbor. These two know how to push each other's buttons and expose each other's insecurities. It's only when Dory arrives that Bailey is finally forced to tap into his abilities. It takes him a while to get going, but once he does, he's able to help Dory on her journey and generally save the day. And this is Becky. Becky is a kooky loon who bonds with Marlin. She flies Marlin and Nemo into the Institute, well to a tree above the Institute, using Gerald the sea lion's pail. Becky is easily distracted, especially by popcorn, a fact that doesn't thrill Marlin. She also has a tendency to peck the people, or fish, she likes. And those are all the Finding Dory characters. Join me next time and we'll go back into the forest so we can explain the fox and the hound and all the other characters there too.